Morning, everyone. Hope you're having a great start to your day so far. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope that you're having a great day, and great job for getting up and making it here on your Friday morning. So today's practice is going to continue on about opening the body and hopefully connecting that to the mind. And the reason why that we start with the body is because it's a physical part that we can ground ourselves into the moment. And then hopefully that will reach up to our brains and to our minds and let go of any walls that we built within our minds. And so we use the physical practice to kind of help break down some of those internal emotional walls that we build, throughout our day, from our life, from different situations that happen. So when you're ready, we're going to go ahead and come onto our mats. I want us to start seated. You can be in any comfortable position, and then we'll get moving. When you're ready, you can ground the sit bones. If you need to grab a block or a pillow or something to put underneath the sit bones, go ahead and do so. Sometimes that just helps to lift the sit bones up and rotate the hips so that way you're not feeling so tight. And then when you're ready, I like to rock the sit bones from side to side to ground into the floor wherever we're seated. And then close the eyes. Again, nothing fancy. We need to start with the breath. And just start to notice the seat that you're sitting on. Notice the surface. And then start to become aware of the sounds in the room. This is going to help you to become present in your space. So maybe you're hearing dogs, maybe there are people trying to get settled, maybe you're hearing the refrigerator turning on. Whatever the case may be, just take a moment here, start to breathe deeply, and just tune into the space that you're in. And as you do this, notice if you are clenching the muscles in the body. Right away, a lot of times we get out of bed and we are on the go and we tense up the body. So see if you can relax the muscles in the face, soften through the jaw, pull the shoulder blades together behind the back, and see if you can soften the collarbone away from the chin. And instead of puffing the ribs out, see if you can lift the heart up. And then feel the sit bones grounding into your surface. And always starting with a smile on your face to begin your practice. You can keep the hands where they are, or you can bring them to the heart. And we'll take our 3 breaths to start our practice together here. When you're ready, we'll all together take a big, deep inhale in through the nose. Open the mouth and control the breath and slowly sigh it out. You might notice the navel coming towards the spine. Inhale again through the nose. Lift up. Feel the ribs and the lungs expanding through the sides. And then open the mouth and control the breath as you exhale. You might notice the sit bones rooting into the surface a little bit more on the exhale. Inhale one last time. Big inhale, feel the spine grow tall, space between each vertebrae. And notice the pause at the top before you begin to exhale. Open the mouth and slowly start to sigh that breath out. Keep the eyes closed. Now close the lips and bring all of the breath awareness in and out of the nostrils. Take 2 more breaths, seeing if you can find that pace to your breath this morning. And we'll keep the eyes closed. I want you to switch the crossing of the legs. Rock the sit bones from side to side and just re-ground into the surface. Reconnect back with your breath. And I want you to keep the eyes closed here. Bring all of that awareness to the breath in and out of the nose. And as you ground and bring all of your awareness into this space, see if you can start to soften the thoughts in the mind. We need to bring space into the body so that we can create the change in the body. But we also need to create space in the mind so we can be open to new opportunities and new ideas. So take one more full breath here. And then you can blink the eyes open if you'd like, or keep them closed, or have a soft gaze in the eyes. It helps to keep the eyes closed when possible, so then that way you can keep your focus directed inward. When you're ready, we're going to use the breath. Inhale to sweep the arms up. Palms are going to touch overhead. And then when you exhale, I want you to hinge forward. Come all the way down to the floor. So it doesn't matter how far the hands go. I want you to plant the hands onto the floor, tuck the chin, and then just slowly feel the low back softening. Feel space between each vertebrae. And then come back to your breath here. Maybe start to walk the hands forward as the low back settles and as you start to bring space in between each rib. And then take another full breath, maybe walk the hands a little bit further, but keep the sit bones grounded onto the floor. Tuck the chin in. And as you ground the sit bones in, reach the sternum towards the thumbs. One more full breath. Keep the chin tucked. Stay low. We're going to inhale to bring space back into the body. And then use your exhale to walk the hands to the right side. Once you get to the right, press the palms into the floor and really root the left sit bone down into the ground, into the mat. And then if you can, maybe continue to walk the hands, getting a little bit of a side stretch in the low part of the left back. Soften through the chin. Notice if you want to bring that tension into the shoulders. See if you can tuck the chin and again, reach the sternum towards the palms. Take a full breath here to settle. And then we're going to take a big inhale into the body and begin to walk the hands back into center. And then use the exhale to continue to walk the hands all the way over to the left side. Only go as far as it feels comfortable. And if you notice the right sit bone's starting to lift, then that's when you want to pause there. Find space in the body. There's no rush. And then as you press the palms into the floor, really root the right side of the glute down. And you might notice a little bit of a different stretch in this side of the body. Just be aware of how the body feels. As the right side starts to open up, maybe walk the hands a little bit further towards the left, but keep the right sit bone connected to the ground. Soft shoulders here. Tuck the chin. Reach the heart towards the thumbs. Belly button comes towards the spine. And then just take a breath here to settle. Take one more full breath. And then use the inhale to start to walk the hands back to center. Pause for your exhale. On your next inhale, raise the arms all the way up. Look at the palms as they touch. And then exhale, bring the hands down to the heart. Close the eyes. Stack the spine. Feel the shoulders aligning over the hips. The crown of the head reaching towards the ceiling. Big full breath. And then you're going to roll over the ankles and come into your downward facing dog. Spread the palms nice and wide. So if the wrists are sore today, then I want you to point the middle finger towards the corners of the mat. Traditionally, the middle fingers are pointing straight towards the top of the mat. Wherever you are, we're rotating the weight in between the pointer finger and thumb. So when you do this, it's almost like the forearms are rotating towards one another. And then notice if you start to dump the weight, the heart between the shoulders, press up through the shoulders. Don't let the weight hold into the wrists and the shoulders. Feel that slight spread of the shoulder blades. And then again, we've already started to engage the core, so bring the belly button towards the spine. Let's tuck the toes, and first just lift the knees off the ground to hover about an inch or two. Press the tailbone back. Keep the chin tucked so that the spine is nice and long through the back of the neck. Keep all of this power and energy into the legs and the thighs and into the glutes. Take another breath in, pressing the floor away. And then let's tuck the chin, lift the hips, come into downward facing dog. Pause here for a moment. Find your foundation. So look at the palms. Rotate that weight in between the pointer finger and thumbs once again. Sometimes we want to dump the weight into the outer edges of the wrist. That's going to cause a little bit of wrist problems over time. Lift the sit bones nice and high. Feel the hamstrings press behind you. So for the back of the room, the back of your mat. And then let's start to walk out our dog. So bend one knee, press the opposite heel all the way down so you feel a stretch in the back of the leg. And then inhale to switch. Use your breath to coordinate your movements. Right heel comes down, pause for a full breath. And then inhale to switch sides. Go ahead and take a couple of breaths here. You can start to twist the hips if that feels good. Do any other movements that feel good for the body. And then once you feel complete, we'll take one more breath before coming into downward facing dog, finding stillness. Lift the sit bones nice and high, soften the shoulders. Take another big breath in and a full breath out. Inhale to come up onto the tippy toes, bend the knees, look forward and walk the feet towards the hands. We'll come into that forward fold to begin. Grab onto opposite elbows. Tuck the chin, weight comes into the toes, and the belly button pulls towards the back. Sway from side to side if that feels good. So a lot of times we want to rush through these movements, but it takes a little bit of time for the space to integrate into the body. So take your time here, breathe deeply, take one more full breath. And then we'll release the hands down for the earth. Inhale, either keep the fingertips on the ground or bring the hands to the shins. Find your flat back. Shoulder blades move away from the back of the head. We're going to stay here for a moment. Roll the weight into the toes. And again, the chin is slightly tucked so that the back of the neck is long. Feel the back of the head in line with the back. Ears in line with the shoulders. One more breath in. Grow a little bit taller. Roll the weight into the toes. Exhale now, forward fold all the way down. Put a slight bend in the knees if you need to. On the next inhale, let's find that flat back again. Hands to the shins or fingertips stay on the floor. Reach the crown of the head forward. Exhale to forward fold. Bend in the knees. Inhale, rise all the way up. Palms touch overhead. And then exhale, bring the hands down to the heart. Close the eyes. Make sure that the lips stay sealed. So a lot of times through practice, you'll maybe get this extra energy. You might want to chit chat. You might want to giggle. All of this extra energy is practice for us to bring all of our awareness back to our breath and back to this present moment. So keep the eyes closed or close the eyes if they're not. Take a big, deep breath in. Ground the feet as you exhale. One more cycle of breath. And then let's blink the eyes open. When you're ready, sweep the arms out and up. Feel the palms touch overhead. As you exhale, lead with the heart, dive down over the thighs. Inhale, find your flat back, reach the crown of the head forward. Exhale to forward fold. Plant the palms, step back into plank pose. Firm your thighs and firm the core. Reach the crown of the head forward. Rock the shoulders past the wrist. Keep everything nice and firm. And then you can always set the knees down if you would like, or keep the backs of the legs lifted. As you rock the shoulders past the wrist, exhale to lower halfway down. Again, you can use the knees. The torso is going to come in line with the elbows. Come to the tops of the feet. Inhale, press into the palms. Press into the tops of the feet to lift the backs of the legs. Upward facing dog. You can always bring this into cobra. And then when you exhale, roll over the toes and then lift your booty up to the ceiling. Find downward facing dog. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Feel that length in the back side of the body. Feel the length in the back of the legs. Inhale to come up onto the tippy toes and bend the knees. Bottom of the exhale, I want you to step to the back of the hands. Inhale, flat back, reach the crown forward. Exhale to forward fold. Put a slight bend in the knees. Use your inhale to rise all the way up. Lengthen the fingertips up towards the ceiling, and then exhale, pull the hands down to the heart. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Inhale, sweep the arms up. When you exhale, drop the sit bones, come into chair pose. Roll the weight into the toes, but I want you to drop the sit bones so you feel a lot of that weight in the heels. Bring the hands to the heart. And then we tried a little bit of this on Wednesday, I believe, to keep the sit bones dropped low. Start with the right foot, weight comes into the left. Tap the right foot to the right corner of the mat, and then bring it back to chair. Weight comes into the right foot, tap the left foot back. Inhale, we'll do one more side. Right foot taps back. Inhale, left foot taps back. Pause here. Come to the ball of the left foot. Feel the length in that left leg. Spiral the inner left thigh backwards. So if you think about it, you're spiraling it kind of back towards the back of the mat and up towards the ceiling. Look at this right knee. Find your balance. But look at the right knee and make sure that the knee is not going past the ankle. Really rebound and press into the entire foot. And then on the next inhale, let's lift the arms up. Find space across the entire torso up through the fingertips. Soften into the hips. And then feel everything facing the front, shoulders and the hips. Ground into the right foot. Feel the right thigh nice and firm. Keep lifting up through the torso. We're going to grab the left wrist now with the right hand. Inhale to lengthen. As you exhale, lean over towards the right. You're going to feel nice space along the left side of the rib cage, but then soften your shoulders here. Keep engaging the core by pulling the navel backwards towards the spine. Take another breath, lean over a little bit more to the right, and then use your exhale to bring the palms together, bring it into a twist. Left elbow presses onto the right thigh. Press into the palms, gaze towards the right elbow or towards the right shoulder. What happened to the left leg here? Is the left leg staying firm? Take a big full breath in and a full breath out. Use the inhale now to unwind. Arms come right alongside the ears. Exhale, bring the hands down to the ground. Ground the left palm into the floor. Inhale to sweep the right arm up. Keep the left leg firm. Use the right fingertips to reach up towards the ceiling. Take another big breath in and then a big breath out. Inhale to unwind. Bring that right hand to the inside of the right foot. And then just walk the foot out towards the outer edge of the mat a little bit. Toes point up towards the right corner. Keep the left leg firm, or you can put it down onto the ground. And then either stay onto the palms here, or you can come down onto the forearms. Keep the right knee hugged in towards the right shoulder like we've been practicing. And then wherever you are, reach the heart forward. Shoulder blades move down the back towards the sit bones. Take another full breath. One more cycle. And then we'll firm the thighs, come back up onto the palms. Walk the foot in between the hands now. On your inhale, rise back up into your high lunge. Sink into the front knee. Pause for a moment here. Take a big, deep breath in and a deep breath out. Hands come to the hips. Spiral and step that back foot in line with the front foot. So the front heel is going to intersect with the back foot. Straighten through the front leg. Bring the arms out to a T. Keep them in line with the shoulders. Take an inhale to hinge forward at the hips. And then exhale, bring that right hand down to your shin or the floor. You can always use a block as well. And then you're not dumping the weight into whatever you're bringing that right hand to. It's just something to rest the hand on. And then the left hand, this hand up in the air, can be sticking straight up, or you can bring it down to the hip. The main thing I want you to think about is these ribs right here. I want you to think about rotating the bottom ribs that are closest to this right thigh. Rotate them up towards the ceiling. And see if you can find this length along the left side of the rib cage, all the way down towards the neck, or all the way out towards the neck. Left fingertips reach up. See if you can use those fingertips to lift up through the torso. Press into both feet evenly. One more full breath. Look down at the floor. Left hand comes down. Put a bend in that left knee. Roll to the ball of the left foot. Take a big inhale. Step the left foot up next to the right. Inhale, find your flat back. Hands come to the shins or fingertips on the ground. Exhale to fold forward. Bend in the knees. Inhale to rise all the way up. Palms touch. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart. Close the eyes. Take a big, deep breath in and a deep breath out. One more full cycle. Blink the eyes open. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Drop the sit bones. Find your chair pose. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Bring the weight now into the right foot, into the left foot. Start by stepping the right foot back to the right corner of the mat. Bring it back up to the left. Exhale, step the left foot to the back corner. Step it back into chair. One more time. Inhale, step the right foot back. Pause here. Actually, let's go one more time. I don't know how many times we did on the other side, but can always get that booty a little bit tighter. Bring that left foot back, and then now step the right foot back. Come to the ball of the right foot now. Inhale to sweep the arms up towards the ceiling. Hands come together in front of the heart. Take a big inhale here and a full exhale. Hands come right back up towards the ears. Grab the right wrist now with the left hand. Inhale to find the length across the right side, and then now lean over to the left. Soften the right shoulder away from the right ear. Take a full breath, shining everything forward. Take one more breath in to find some length. And then you're going to bring the hands together as you twist. Bring the right elbow towards the left thigh. Press the elbow towards the thigh. Start to gaze forward, or you can start to gaze over that left elbow, or maybe towards the left shoulder. Press into the palms. Use your navel to help twist a little bit deeper. Keep the right leg firm. Take a big, deep breath in and a deep breath out. One more full cycle. Inhale to come back to center. Arms come right alongside the ears. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. As you exhale, bring the hands down to the floor. Ground the right palm into the floor. Inhale to spiral the left hand up. Keep the right leg firm. Use the left fingertips to extend up towards the ceiling. You can even open up a little bit more here. One more full breath. And then use your inhale to bring the left hand down to the inside of that left foot. Walk the left foot out a little bit so that the left toes point towards the left corner of the mat. Use the right knee or not. And then you're going to firm into the palms. Reach the heart forward. Keep the left leg hugging towards the left shoulder. You can always come down onto the forearms or a block or some kind of prop underneath. And then take a breath here. Find some length through the hips. Connect to your breath here. Notice where the mind wants to wander. Are you being critical of yourself? Are you able to give yourself a break and be into the pose? Take one more full cycle. And then on your inhale, you're going to rise up. Walk that left foot back into center. Firm the right leg. Inhale to come back up to your high lunge. Take a big, deep breath in and a deep breath out. Hands are going to come to the hips. I want you to step the right foot in so that it aligns with the front heel. Straighten through the front leg. Arms come out to a T. First, open up the torso to the wide side of the mat. Use your inhale to reach the left fingertips forward. Press into the ball of the left foot. As you exhale, bring the left hand down to the shin or the floor. Use your right fingertips to help open up through the chest. Rotate the left ribs open just a little bit more. Feel that length across the right side of the torso now. Take one more full breath. Take an inhale, grow a little bit taller through the spine. Look down as you exhale, put a bend in the left knee. Bring the right hand down to the floor. Spin to the ball of the right foot. Look forward. Take a big inhale. Spring the right foot up next to the left. Inhale, flat back. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale, bend in the knees. Rise all the way up. Palms are going to touch. Exhale, bring the hands down to your heart. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. And I want you to blink the eyes open. Inhale to sweep the arms up. Sit back into your chair pose. I want you to bring all of the weight into that right foot. Hands come to the heart. Lift the left foot up and see if you can place the ankle on top of the right knee. You can always come by a chair or a wall to help you with your balance. Flex the left foot, open up through that left knee and sit back like you're sitting into chair pose. So when you do this, find your drishti, connect back with your breath, but you should feel a little bit of openness through the glutes here. Keep this foot flexed so it protects the knee and the ankle, and then sit back a little bit more. And again, hold on to a wall or a chair for your balance a little bit. If you can, bring the hands together in front of the heart. I just want you to sit a little bit deeper here. I'm feeling this in my inner left thigh and my outer hamstring. So take one more breath wherever you are. Make sure you're smiling if you can. And then let's release the left foot. If you can, don't stand up. I want to keep that weight and that tightness in the glutes. Bring all of the weight now into the left foot. Hands can be at the heart. Start to lift the right foot up, cross it so that the ankle is on top of the left knee.
Flex through the foot, open up through this right knee, sit down a little bit deeper. Soften through the shoulders. Take a full cycle of breath here. Find that smile. Sit a little bit deeper. And then you're going to inhale, release the right foot next to the left. Sit down, arms come up right alongside the ears for your chair pose. So we're going to widen the feet just a little bit, point the toes out, keep sitting back, keep sitting back. See if you can bring the booty softly to the ground. And then once you do, boat pose. Let's get some work going on into the core. Lift up through the heart. Feel the heart lifting up towards the chin, but then you're going to lift the thighs up towards the sternum. If you want, you can always straighten through the heels. It does help to bring the hands behind the hamstrings, but you're not using that to hold on for gripping. It's more just so you can lift through the heart. You can always bring the hands beside the hips as well. So wherever you are, engage the core, lift the heart up, soften through the shoulders. Bring the hands along the sides of the shins if possible. Maybe add the straightening of the thighs. Take a big full breath in and a full breath out. Take one more slow breath here. And then now let's hinge forward. Bring the soles of the feet together and then rock forward, coming into your bound angle or butterfly pose. However feels comfortable to you. If you just want to hinge forward, if you want to use the elbows into the thighs, if you want to have a flat back, all of those options feel good, but we're just think about just opening up through the inner thighs into the hips. Close the eyes once you find that pose that feels good to you or that spot that feels good to you. And then I want you to notice the shoulders. I talk about them so often because we just instinctively want to shrug them up towards the ears. Find that space for the neck. And then breathe deeply here. Are you breathing into the top of the chest, or can you breathe to where you feel the sit bones grounding into the surface even more? Blink the eyes open. Let's go ahead and rise up. Come onto your back if you can. Make sure that you have enough space. Hug the knees into the chest. And then we'll just take a couple more breaths here and a couple more poses before we end our practice. So hug the right knee into the chest. Just extend the left leg out. Flex through the left foot and hover the heel. Keep pulling the right knee into the chest. But see if you can soften now through that right hip. And then release the left heel down to the floor. Open the right arm out to a T. Come into your twist. Bring the right knee across the body. Keep the right shoulder connected to the floor, and that's going to help you with your twist. Take a big inhale in and out. One more breath. And then when you inhale, come back to center. Bend the left knee, place the right ankle on top of the left knee, just like we did a moment ago. Flex through both feet. As you pull the left knee closer towards the chin, push the right knee away. There's going to be a little bit of this opposition. And then see if you can wiggle the shoulder blades down the back. Big breath in and out. Release the right ankle, extend the right foot forward, hug the left knee into the body. Hover the right foot off of the floor, flex through the foot. As you reach the right heel forward, see if you can hug the left knee as close to the body as possible, and then soften through that left hip. Full breath here. Right heel releases. Right hand pulls the left knee across the body into your twist. Open the left arm out to a T. Keep the left shoulder connected to the ground. Full cycle of breath here to settle. Use your next inhale to come back to center. You're going to bend the right knee, place the left ankle on top of that right knee, flex both feet. Hug the right knee into the chest, left knee presses away. Soften through the collarbone. Take a full breath. And then let's bring the knees back together. Lift the forehead towards the knees so that the shoulders come off of the floor. And then you're going to place the shoulders and the head back down. Feet come down to the mat. So you can either have the feet wide as the mat. You can bring the soles of the feet together, or you can extend the legs out one at a time. Choose your option. Once you get there, wiggle the body from side to side. And then we're going to just take 5 breaths here. Conscious breaths, keep the eyes closed as well as the lips. Soften through the muscles of the face. Begin to breathe. Take one more full breath. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Use your inhale to sweep the arms up and overhead. Point through the toes, reach the fingertips. And then I want you to roll over onto your right side. Use your right arm to rest your head. Left palm comes to the floor. Keep the eyes closed. Use this moment here to invite gratitude into your day. Instead of focusing on where we're lacking, what we don't have, focus on all of the qualities that you do possess that are positive and all of the things that you do have around you. Take a full breath here. Eyes stay closed. Press up into your comfortable seated position. Rock the sit bones from side to side. Bring the hands together in front of the heart. Keep the eyes closed. Find that smile on your face that you started with. And to close our practice, we'll take 3 breaths in through the nose and out of the mouth. Take a big inhale in. Open mouth, exhale to sigh it out. Again, inhale. And exhale. One final time, imagine and feel the intention that you created. And then open mouth, exhale. Seal the lips. Take one more breath into your intention. And then when you're ready, blink the eyes open. Namaste. I hope that the body feels a little bit more open. I hope that you were able to find some openness and calmness through the mind. Maybe you take your intention and this calmness with you off the mat into your weekend. I'm not quite sure how long we've gone, so 10 minutes over, my bad. Sorry, I hope that you enjoyed your practice though anyways. I hope you have a really great weekend, and I will see you on Monday back on the mat at 9 a.m. Have a really great day.